black theologians were in some ways more difficult for white liberals to respond to, and that's an interesting problem. Most white liberals had already been supporting the cause of black justice and equality before the black theologians began speaking. And so they had the feeling they had already assimilated the main message of black theology. But of course, black theologians were trying to make us realize that race is a far deeper feature of our being than simply becoming more moral in the treatment of other races was an adequate response to. They pointed out that even liberals who had been working for justice in the American scene and for overcoming segregation and things of that kind still had basically, up until the blacks' forced attention, had paid rather little attention to this. Part of that was because the liberal social gospel associated itself with the cause of labor in the factories, and blacks were generally excluded from working in factories. So, and white workers were often among the most segregationist of whites. So that when one aligned oneself with the labor movement, which seemed like a liberal thing to do, one was still aligning oneself against the real needs of blacks. I was quite shocked myself when I went back to read the liberal social gospel writers to see how little attention they paid to issues of race, when in many ways race is the most important issue in American history. So it's taken us a long time to really assimilate the message of black theology. I think we've tried, but I doubt that many blacks think that many whites have fully appreciated how fundamental the exclusion of blacks has been to the construction of what it means to be white. The very idea that we should classify people by races is hard to overcome.